Ladies, gentlemen and graduates, welcome to this Birmingham City University Award ceremony. This is a formal ceremony, but we do want you all to enjoy yourselves. So please clap and cheer as loudly as you can, and feel free to take photographs whilst making sure you don't block the view of those around you. If young children get restless, please take them out of the hall and door stewards will show you to a viewing room where you can still see the ceremony. Finally, please turn all mobile phones to silent during the ceremony. Now, as the processions enter the hall, please stand.
I declare this congregation open. Please be seated. I preside over this ceremony as Chancellor of the University, an office which is held by each Lord Mayor of Birmingham, and I'm delighted to have this opportunity to participate in such a wonderful celebration of our students' achievements. I now call upon the Vice-Chancellor to give the opening address.
Chancellor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and of course our graduates. As Vice-Chancellor of the University, I'm absolutely delighted to welcome you all to this awards congregation this afternoon. This is the 7th of the week and the final one we're holding in this week of celebration. And I already detect it's going to be a little bit lively just from your greeting at the beginning. It's great to see so many of you here today with your family, your friends, your partners. And I hope what you will agree is a fantastically special location to celebrate your achievement, although probably some of you from the Conservatoire are used to being in this hall and performing on this stage. One of the greatest pleasures for me is the Vice-Chancellor of the University is to participate in these ceremonies, because this is what we're all about in the university. From the day you applied to come here to Birmingham City University, everything we've done together has been leading to today. It's a day when we can celebrate the completion of your studies and your success. This has been my first full academic year as Vice-Chancellor here in the university, and what a year it's been. We opened the new Parkside building, state-of-the-art media and design studios. I know some of you have benefited from that this year. We've started on the construction of our next new building down in East Side, the Curzon building, which will be open this time next year. And of course, we've announced the relocation of our conservatoire into a new world-class building for a world-class conservatoire. And we look forward to that in 2017. And we have launched the Birmingham City University International College in Bourneville, which will help provide more pathways for international students to join the university. And we've also been contributing to the school system here in Birmingham as a result of creating City Road Academy, which is a primary school under the Birmingham City University's Academy Trust. And we brought together, for the first time, all of the creative talent from the School of Acting, the Conservatoire, the Design School, the Art School, to under the banner of Inspired Festival, which showed the creative talent of many of you and your fellow students from the other faculties. And we've continued to expand our students. Your university is becoming ever more popular. Last year we broke record numbers in students arriving at the university, and it looks like we'll continue to do that again this September as the new cohort arrives. One of the other highlights for me during the year was working with our student body to create something called the Extra Mile Awards, which was about recognizing staff and students who have made exceptional contributions to the university community. We have one such winner here today, so congratulations should go to Katie Thurlow, who's a student on the BA Honours Children in Integrated Professional Care, who won Student Representative of the Year Award. So well done to her, and we'll see her crossing the stage later. And you can read all about those awards in your ceremony brochure, which you should have with you. This year, the university also set out its vision for where we want to be in 2020. And the cornerstone of that vision is transformation. We hope to transform our university to make it a better university. We'll aim to transform practice through the research and the knowledge transfer that many of the academics sat on this platform today will have in taking forward to the professions, the industry, the cultural sector. We also hope to contribute to the transformation of this city and its region in its cultural, social, and economic well-being. And also, through our learning, through our teaching, and through our support and our practice focus, we hope to transform our students as we go forward. And as you cross this stage this afternoon, you will be the living embodiment of that transformation. Graduates, this is very much your day. It's a day where I hope you can reflect upon your time as a student, your experiences both in your studies and in your personal life. A day to celebrate the things that you learned and, of course, the friendships that you made. And I'm sure you made many friendships while you were here, and many of those will probably last for the rest of your life. They'll be enduring. It's also a day to feel proud of yourselves for what you have achieved. It's also a day to look forward. It's not just about the end of your studies. This is very much about the beginning of the next chapter of your lives. As you move on to new things, all of us on this platform are acutely aware of the challenges that you face. The economic environment is still quite challenging out there. The job market is still tough. But we know that you are well prepared to meet all of these challenges because the skills that you now have are a product of this university's distinctive focus on professional and creative practice. We've set out not just to give you the knowledge at the subject level, but also the practical and the real-world experience through work experience and the focus on practice. And we're very proud here at our university about our applied and our practice-based form of higher education. We believe it's relevant to the needs of society, the economy, and of course you, our students. Your experience has also, of course, been highly informed by the applied and often world-leading research and scholarly activity of many of my colleagues sat here on the stage, some of whom, of course, are also practitioners in their own right. It's also been co-designed by the professions, by employers and other organizations, so that we're completely connected with what is expected in the real world. But also, it has been shaped by you. Your university actually is recognized nationally as one of the leading universities at the level of engagement we have with our students and how we involve students in everything we do. So today, I'd like to thank you for your contribution to your university. You've helped shape our courses, you've helped sharpen our thinking, you continuously have helped to make us improve things in the university. So thank you for everything that you've put into your university over the last 3 or 4 years that you've been with us. This afternoon, we're celebrating the success of our students graduating from the Faculty of Performance Media in English and also from the BA Honours Early Childhood Studies and BA Honours Children and Integrated Professional Care. So in preparing for you all today, I considered whether there's anything that graduates of these diverse disciplines have in common. And I think the thing that does unite you all is creativity and an understanding of what it means to perform. You might act, sing, or play an instrument. You might put pen to paper. You might create digital content. Perhaps you may direct others from behind a camera, or your work will involve bringing the best out of children in a variety of circumstances. Very much all about performance in one way or another. And all of this work doesn't just involve creativity in putting your ideas across all ages. It also involves great intellectual skill and ability to communicate. And I'm confident that the skills you have developed during your time with us will shine in whichever chosen field you move into. I think you'll leave us equipped not just with the raw talent that you brought to us in the first place, but with the relevant skills, the real-world experience, and hopefully a network of contacts which will help you pursue your ambitions as you go forward. It's been hard to choose quite a few highlights from your particular areas in your schools, in your courses, because so many good things have happened over the course of the last year. So I'll just pick out one or two if you don't mind. Postgraduate broadcast journalism student Olivia Acuna has been offered a major role with Latin American television channel Telesur, so global ambitions for global graduates. This summer, the Birmingham Conservatoire student Fan Yu Kevin won the Young Pianist Prize of the Città de Barletta Young Musician International Competition in Italy. Again, another global star in the making. MA writing student Benjamin Titmus took the runner-up in the prize of the Poetry Book Society's Student Poetry Competition this June with his poem, The Droplet-Soaked Window. And just last month, Gabrielle Killick from the School of Acting took her own stand-up show, May I Take Your Order, to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. Well done. And Sophie Coulson, finally, from Media and Communication, was named overall winner for the PR category at the Beehive competition in April. Another great success. And those are just a small number of examples of the many successes that are represented here this afternoon. And in March, I had the honor of welcoming some of the most influential players in the media to our World Conference Rethink Media. And it got off to show, and it also enabled us to show our fantastic Parkside building to the media industry, who were pretty wowed by it, I must say. And those of you who had the benefit of studying it will hopefully see that as an advantage as you move forward. The digital media sector, interestingly, in Birmingham, is now one of the fastest growing sectors in the UK. A quarter of the projects attracting foreign investment in 2013-2014 came from the creative digital and technology firms, which is an amazing boost to the sort of sector that many of you will move into. Big names are moving into Birmingham. The BBC will be setting up its new digital innovation team here in Birmingham. And in May, they announced that the BBC Academy will be located here in Birmingham. The Director General of the BBC, Tony Hall, said this year of Birmingham that if you're interested in new skills in digital innovation, this is the place to be. So I hope that the world-class arts and media scene in our city will mean that many of you, if you decide to stay here, will be finding exciting and rewarding careers right in the city, here on your doorstep, the city that you've chosen to study in. Also, those of you going into the creative field, don't let anybody tell you that a career in the creative and cultural industries is a soft option. Don't let them say either that the arts doesn't matter in the real world. In fact, the UK creative and cultural industries are now worth over £70 billion a year to the economy. They make up nearly 6% of the country's workforce, and it's the UK's fastest growing centre. It is truly an economic powerhouse, as Maria Miller, the Culture Secretary, recently said. And it's not going to stop. That will continue in the creative and cultural industries, and those of you entering it will be very much part of that growth. For those of you embarking upon careers in education, you also face quite a challenge, but I also hope a rewarding career in a sector which is the third largest employer in the UK. Yours is a sector which is often in the eye of the storm of political debate and public opinion. However, the importance of education itself remains a cherished tenet of our society, and your contribution will be really needed for shaping the future of our young people as we go forward. Our university is one of the top 10 largest teacher training providers in the UK, with expert staff with real-world experience, and I hope that they will have given you the solid foundation for what you do in your futures in education. But all of you will be stepping into a world of constant change, of constant innovation and rapid development. And possibly for quite a number of you, many of the jobs that you will undertake in the next decade haven't actually been invented yet. They're not known. Such is the degree of change and innovation in the workplace. But we're confident that as a result of the skills you now have, the adaptability, the capability, the competencies, that you'll be able to adapt to this fast-changing world. And many of you may well be the inventors of the new jobs of the future that others of you will occupy. So be confident that you'll be able to bring a lot to the table in your future careers. And be confident, too, that your university will continue to play a role in supporting you. And I hope you realize that you're part of that success story, because you'll be joining an outstanding body of an alumni. You'll be hearing later about one of our great alumni who's gone on to do great things. And it's about unlocking the potential of creative genius. Some others are improving health and well-being. Others are going on to lead businesses and organizations or manage the environment. We want to hear what you go on to do. We want to hear more about your success stories. So hopefully in years to come, you can come back and we can celebrate your success, which I'm sure we'll be doing for many of you. So keep in touch. You'll automatically become members of the Alumni Association. We'll certainly be in touch with you so we see how you progress. And you can always draw on the university's support in your early career as well. Graduates, I'm sure your successful studies will now stand you in good stead for whatever challenges actually face you, and our good wishes go to you as you move on to the next steps. And when you walk across the stage and collect your certificate today, you'll notice on your certificate is the university's coat of arms, And the motto in those coat of arms is Age Quod Agis, which means do and be the best. And so as you move into the next stage of your lives, make sure you do and be the best. Enjoy the rest of the day. It's very much your day. Many congratulations and best wishes for the future. I now call upon the Executive Dean of the Faculty of Health, Education, Life Sciences, Professor Ian Blair, to commence the presentation of award holders and on the Chancellor to receive our students.
Chancellor, as Executive Dean, I present students from the Faculty of Education, Law and Social Sciences who have qualified for the award of degrees, diplomas and certificates. I invite Professor Kevin Mattinson to present the award holders from the School of Education.
Master of Education in Learning and Teaching in Higher Education, Jane Louise Sands. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Children and Integrated Professional Care, with First Class Honours, Harpreet Kaur Aulak. With First Class Honours, Deepa Begum. With First Class Honours, Faiza Chauhan. With First Class Honours, Katie Louise Conlon. With First Class Honours, Laura Ann Glover. With First Class Honours, Gemma Mary Hiones. With First Class Honours, Danielle Carolyn Johnson. With First Class Honours, Taylor Jade Lansborough. With First Class Honours, Sian Elizabeth Roberts. With First Class Honours, Edith Mary Rouse. With First Class Honours, May Thomas. With First Class Honours, Hayley Rebecca White. Hind Mayub Abdul Ghani. Uzma Nazreen Akram. Donika Latoria Shadris Danielle. Zainab Gelu. Ryan Knott. Holly Deborah Matthews. Sarah Louise Minshall. Geeta Nahar. Anissa Raymond. Amrit Sidhu. Hemish Shaban Patel. Bachelor of Art with Honours in Early Childhood Education Studies. With First Class Honours, Lauren Aston. With First Class Honours, Lacey Edith Bryan. With First Class Honours, Lee Ann Burr. With First Class Honours, Rosamund Chada. With first class honours, Kendia Rebecca Christodoulou. With first class honours, Jane Lindsay Durand. With first class honours, Jessica Tyne Evans. With first class honours, Sarah Margaret Gell. With first class honours, Lynn Bernice Gremson. With first class honours, Zoe Bronwyn Henderson. With first class honours, Emma Jane Horsley. With first class honours, Laura Alice Jones. With first class honours, Shannon Amber Ludgate. With first class honours, Amandeep Sinji. With first class honours, Rebecca Sturgeon. With first class honours, Jade Lee Walton. Harpreet Bakra. Hannah Bailey. Reema Begum. Tahira Rebecca Begum. Claire Bennett. Jade Marie Blake. Christopher James Bradshaw. Daniela Collette. Emily Louise Cope. Charlotte Evelyn Crotty. Abigail Nisha Elliott. Harpreet Gata Aura. Catherine Helen Greenway. Paige Clarice Craig. Serena Isaac. Tamara Lucy Jones. Danielle Shanice Joseph. Amira Kanan. Khadija Khartoon. Hannah Elizabeth Lovett. Sophie Elizabeth Mallon. Alpa Master. Jamimi Kantilal Mistry. Madeline Catherine Mary Morgan. Tessa Jane Morgan. Stephanie Ann Moriarty. Krishna Nagar. Habiba Nawaz. Louise Pink. Nazmin Riaz. Pardeep Kaur Sandhu. Anisa Shabir. Sophia Tabassum Shayab. Nancy Solomon. Miranda Azoma. Bhavini Valand. Bremika Vamadivan. Catherine May Vaughan. Catherine Wallace. Emma Williams. Binte Zara. Shazma Zafar Ali. Afreen Baba. Jasmine Olivia Bennett. Samantha Bowker. Lauren Kim Brown. Annie Tavadza Chikuri. Taranjet Dinza. Alicia Alexandria Givens. Rebecca Louise Goodall. Lauren Grice. Naila Jan. Sanam Kaleem Khan. Kirandeep Kaur Lakla. Ka Hin Leung. Afsana Nazir. Zaida Nessa. Sangeeta Pangulier. Deepika Kiran Patak. Reena Popat. Devinder Kaur Rihal. Alam Abdul Rahim Saeed. Katie Rose Shepherd. Aisha Abdul Gassem. Latifa Sajad Abdul Baker Ibrahim. Daniel Ryan Joycey. Kiranjeet Kaur Pulival. Atoya Ioni Robinson. Belita Julian Malungo. This concludes the presentation of the awards from the School of Education.
I now invite Professor John Clibbins to present the award holders from the Schools of Law and Social Sciences.
Postgraduate Diploma in Legal Practice, with distinction, Emily Elizabeth Aldridge. Matthew Aiello. Preeti Bali. Tilita Chantilla St. Just. Louise Wall. Joseph Tienchu. Mohammed Elias Youssef. Bachelor of Laws with Honours, Aibami Matthias Abule. Daisy Vimbai Chidamwoyo. Halima Hafiz. Abdul Malik Adedayo Hamidiran. Andre Anthony Thompson. Khurram Khan. Rukshana Paveen. Dharminder Singh Gill. Bachelor of Law with Honours in Law with Business Law, Mohammed Salami Turai. Master of Science in Integrative Psychotherapy, Chantel Deborah Waite. Paul James Wheatley. Nazreen Thacker. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Criminal Investigation, with first-class honours, Michael Mason. Adam Paul Alcock. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Psychology, Justin Rachel Weir-Reed. Sean Patrick McCarthy. This concludes the presentation of award holders from the Schools of Law and Social Sciences.
This completes the presentations of awards to students from the Faculty of Education, Law and Social Sciences. I now invite Professor David Roberts, Executive Dean of the Faculty of Arts, Design and Media, to commence the presentation of award holders from the faculty and on the Chancellor to receive the students.
Chancellor, as Executive Dean, I present students from the Faculty of Performance, Media and English who have qualified for the award of degrees, diplomas and certificates. I commence by presenting candidates for the award of research degree. For the award of Doctor of Philosophy, for a thesis entitled The Cry of the Double Bass, a Chamber Opera, I present Dr. Sebastiano Dasani. For the award of Doctor of Philosophy for a thesis entitled Gaspar Casado, a study of Catalan cello arrangements and cello performance style, I present Dr. Gabriel Kaufmann. I now invite Professor David Saint to the lectern to present the award holders from the Birmingham Conservatoire.
Master of Music and Composition, Edward Francis Denham. Master of Music and Instrumental Performance, Thomas Benjamin McMahon. Laura Ann Feeney. Bitung Gu. Hao Chang. Jun Chang. Junmin Linwu. Master of Music in Performance and Pedagogy, Edward Anthony Whedon. Master of Music in Vocal Performance, Victoria Louise Adams. Edward Arthur Harrison. Postgraduate Diploma in Instrumental Performance, with distinction, Eric Thomas Brooks. Postgraduate Diploma in Vocal Performance, with distinction, Oliver Howard Vincent. With distinction, Jessica Rebecca Sophie Wise. Postgraduate Certificate in Instrumental Performance, Harriet Platt. Bachelor of Music with Honours in Composition, with First Class Honours, Olusegun Akinola. With First Class Honours, Benjamin Luke Dean. With First Class Honours, Alec Roberts. With First Class Honours, Richard John Stenton. Thomas George Armitage. Tom Bevan Jones. Cameron William Charles Dodds. Joshua Herring. George Andrew Kavalek. Bachelor of Music with Honours in Music Technology, with First Class Honours, Lindsay Wright. Rachel Lisi. Luke Morish Thomas. Ben Adam Wetherall. Bachelor of Music with Honours in Performance, with First Class Honours, Shiling Chin. With First Class Honours, Holly Michelle Solach. With First Class Honours, William Paul Drackett. With First Class Honours, Eleanor Edmonds. With First Class Honours, Christopher Joseph Grixatis. With First Class Honours, John Jemmett. With First Class Honours, Samuel Oram. With First Class Honours, Eleanor Margaret Parker. With First Class Honours, Theodora Raftis. With First Class Honours, Jonathan Stamp. With First Class Honours, Julian Vickers. With First Class Honours, Emily Rose Walker. With First Class Honours, Douglas Ward. With First Class Honours, Callum Joseph White. With First Class Honours, Jessica Annalise Jane Wilkes. With First Class Honours, Jennifer Georgina Wood. Jacob Adam Baker. Wesley Biggs. Kendall Rebecca Bradshaw. Christine Cornwell. Rebecca Sarah Deeks. Matthew George Ellis. Bethan Gifford. Joshua Hall. Matthew Hampton. Jonathan Hedges. Harry Jepson. Daniel Neal. Lucille Margaret Price. Joseph William Rapson. James Screeton. Matthew Philip Shaw. Hannah Elizabeth Smalley. Lucy Elizabeth Smith. Robert Joseph Spalton. Lucy Paris Stabler. Joseph Starbuck. Emily Kate Summerlin. Philip Daniel Tate. Martha Lucy Thompson. Richard Owen Wallage. Michael William Webb. Kirsty Ann Blaine Williamson. Charles Michael Allison. Yunying Cheng. Tom Peter Considine. Philip Cuthbert. Katie Elizabeth Goff. Megan Jowett. Alexandra Felicia Soitzer. Anna Mullins. Alexander Rumbold. Diploma of Higher Education in Music, Tessa Catherine Liley. Bachelor of Music with Honours in Jazz, with First Class Honours, James Andrew Banner. With First Class Honours, Daniel Mark Bayliss. Stuart Barker. Samuel Nicholas Turney Craig. Alicia Gardiner Trejo. Edward John Hain. Anthony John Marsden. Alan Young. Edward Michael Mickleborough Barnfield. And Bachelor of Law with Honours, Pavandeep Bara. This concludes the presentation of award holders from Birmingham Conservatoire and the School of Law.
I now invite Professor Stephen Sims to the lectern to present graduates from the Birmingham School of Acting.
Bachelor of Arts with honours in acting, with first-class honours, Robert Stephen Mallard. With first-class honours, Sharon Ashley Singh. With first-class honours, Rebecca Lucy Witherington. Stuart Mark Bates. Clarice May Burton. Grace Lindsay Bussey. Matthew Stephen Collins. Sasha Dion Allison Colville. Gareth Cooper. Natalie Rebecca Fisher-Bazan. Michael Fernando Cruz Ferreira Froman. Vivian Florence Glaskin. Richard David Hammond. Sorrel Christy Hanlon. Jason Kent Homewood. Joshua Johnson. Michael Lee. Thomas Christopher Nunez. Charlotte Sophia Riley. Charles Oliver Russell. Harry Edward Owen Russell. Taryn Mary Kaylee Taylor. Victoria Elizabeth Vardy. Molly Laura Waters. Stuart John Webb. Jack Stewart Whitehurst. Sam Edward Whitfield. Bachelor of Arts with honours in Applied Performance, Community and Education, with first-class honours, Bethan Ball. With first-class honours, Catherine Elizabeth Finch. With first-class honours, Nicola Lucy Ganner. With first-class honours, Jennifer Elizabeth Mulcrone. Kimberly Deanne Alsop. Rachel Elizabeth Brooks. Danielle Jeanette Kearns. Jessica Era Carr. Damilola Olubunmi O Felicia Cole. Alicia Louise Daniels. Holly Anna Flynn. Kieran James Hamilton Amos. Hannah Jane Hogg. Rachel Eliza Judge. Hasia Levinson. Emily Sarah Martin. Jessica Sarah Midgley. Philip Morris. Just Nikita. Nikita Ram. Jade Danielle Risby. Michelle Roberts. Kerry Ann Whiting. Sarah Elizabeth Bradley. Rhiannon Louise Gottbed. Ukela Cheryl Ita Prophet. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Stage Management, Amelia Jean-Louise Bullock. Aaron Eccleston. Anna Lambert. Chloe Jane Riley. Thomas John Stoney. Eliza Susan Waters. Joanna Wright. Matthew Isaac Payton. Kirsty Smith. And Bachelor of Science with Honours in Construction Management and Economics, with First Class Honours, Kylie Lee Wilson. This concludes the presentation of graduates from the Birmingham School of Acting and the School of the Built Environment.
And this completes the first presentation of awards to students from the Faculty of Performance, Media and English.
We are this afternoon absolutely delighted to be conferring 2 honorary awards. We commence this element of the proceedings this afternoon with the presentation of the award of Honorary Fellowship of the Birmingham Conservatoire to Ms. Catherine Foster. I now call upon the University Orator to introduce Ms. Foster and on the Chancellor to present the award.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, colleagues, graduands, today we confer an honorary fellowship of the Birmingham Conservatoire on Catherine Foster. Ladies and gentlemen, artistic careers are often defined by the landmark opportunities that come to a small number of the very gifted. The stage actor longs to play Hamlet at Stratford, perhaps. The pianist yearns to take to the stage of Carnegie Hall. The painter craves an exhibition at the Tate Gallery. For the dramatic soprano, one such landmark is the chance to sing the great role of Brunhilde in Wagner's Ring Cycle at the very shrine of the master, the Festspielhaus in Bayreuth. In 2013, and again this year, that pinnacle has been reached for the first time by an English singer, by a former student of the Royal Northern College, of the London Opera Studio, and I'm thrilled to say, of our very own Birmingham Conservatoire, Catherine Foster. After training as a nurse and a midwife, Catherine began her professional career with Irish opera, Welsh National Opera, and English National Opera before moving to the National Theatre in Weimar. Soon she progressed to major roles for dramatic soprano in Verdi, Wagner, and Richard Strauss. A formidable combination of musicality and dramatic skill led to engagements across Germany and eventually across Europe and the world, including appearances for the Deutsche Opera Berlin, Dresden Staatsoper, and the Hamburg Opera. By 2007, she was ready for her first Brunhilde, daughter of the gods, lover of the hero Siegfried, and perpetrator of the most spectacular suicide in world drama as she rides her horse into a funeral pyre. Don't try that at home. If you've never heard the immolation scene, look it up on YouTube after the ceremony and prepare to be immolated. Great talent such as Catherine's, of course, is drawn to others, and it's a mark of her incredible achievement that she has worked with the very best conductors, with Adam Fischer, Marek Janowski, Sir Donald Runnicles, Simone Young, Kirill Petrenko, and Daniel Barenboim, among many others. In fact, she's worked with 18 different conductors on the Ring Cycle alone. If you look at her website, you will see that her future engagements include performances across the world, from Berlin to Tokyo and Bayreuth to Barcelona. There could be no greater source of pride to us in Birmingham than to think of such a fine artist as one of our own. So it's a particular pleasure to invite the Chancellor to bestow a fellowship of Birmingham Conservatoire on Catherine Foster.
We now move to the conferment of the Honorary Award of Doctor of the University upon Mr. Darren Henley. I now call upon the University Orator to give the citation.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, colleagues, graduands. Today we confer the degree of Honorary Doctor of Birmingham City University, honoris causa, on Darren Henley. Ladies and gentlemen, we're all familiar with the expression, may you live in interesting times. It's often described as a Chinese curse, based on the ancient proverb that it's better to be a dog in times of peace than a man in times of war. But the times, especially the times opening up today for our hundreds of graduates, are partly what you make of them. And the investment you've made is to render them as interesting as they can possibly be. That is, full of change, full of opportunity, ripe for new thinking and new solutions. And all of those words characterize perfectly the career of Darren Henley, Chief Executive of Classic FM. When he was your age or younger, Darren was studying politics at the University of Hull, but it's the part-time job he did there that catches the eye. Already, he was working as a weekend newsreader for the fledgling independent classical music station, kipping on the Chief Executive's sofa before making the 190-mile journey back to Hull for Monday morning lectures. You sense which part of his life he found much more interesting. These days, we accept Classic FM as part of national life, thanks partly to Darren's subsequent work. But it's hard to exaggerate the shock it presented in the early to mid-1990s. Before then, radio classical music meant Radio 3, child of the old third programme with its parade of velvet-voiced old Etonians intoning opus numbers for the benefit of the 1% of the population who already knew them. In fact, they sounded a bit like me. All of a sudden, Mozart's symphonies were interspersed with advertising, with charts, but above all, there was a vital feeling of mission. And that mission was that classical music would be in danger unless it was opened up to radically new audiences. Well, it worked. 5.5 million people now listen to Classic FM regularly. The station's wonderful live concerts fill the Albert Hall, co-hosted, I might add, by one of our own wonderful media graduates, Margarita Taylor. So from part-time newsreader to program editor, to news manager, to managing editor, to station manager, and now, since 2006, to managing director, Darren Henley has given his working life to Classic FM. He's been rewarded not just with the millions of grateful listeners, but with the highest professional recognition at the Radio Academy Awards, the Arkiva Commercial Radio Awards, the New York International Radio Festival, the Grammys, the Classic Brits, the Royal Philharmonic Society Awards, and even by the United Nations. Just like in the old days when he was a student, it's the other contributions that jump out. A passionate advocate for the broader social good of music, Darren Henley has written 2 important reviews for the government into music and cultural education. He chairs the government's Cultural Education Board and the Mayor of London's Music Education Advisory Group. He's a member of the governing body of the Associated Board of the Royal Schools of Music, Vice President of the Canterbury Festival, and a member of our own university's Cultural Advisory Group. To each of these bodies, he brings an uncanny knack of identifying the big opportunity no one else has thought of. Unremittingly generous with his time and his enthusiasm, he's also an unfailingly sharp analyst of the here and now and what is still to come. Yet more awards have recognised his diverse contribution to the UK's cultural life. Winner of the Sir Charles Groves Prize for his outstanding contribution to British music, he was appointed OBE in the 2013 New Year's Honours List for his services to music. You might expect someone drenched with all that recognition to slow down, but Darren continues to innovate, to respond to and help shape the interesting times we live in. Gone is the Classic FM magazine, to be replaced by a web platform stocked with news stories and music. Sitting astride a radio revolution, Darren Henley is also in the vanguard of the digital revolution, aiming to make the new Classic FM website the place to go for downloads. And he's writing about it as much as doing it, with, believe it or not, more than 20 books to his name. Ladies and gentlemen, for the graduates today, Darren Henley sets a truly amazing example of enterprise, of imagination, and sheer energy. An example, in other words, of how to seize the day and make the times you live in as interesting as they can possibly be. So, Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, colleagues, graduands, it gives me great pleasure to invite the Vice-Chancellor to present for the degree of Honorary Doctor of Birmingham City University, honoris causa, Darren Henley.
As Vice-Chancellor, I exercise the authority of Senate and confer the award of Doctor of the University honoris causa on Mr. Darren Henley. I now invite you, Chancellor, to present the degree parchment and the commemorative medal. Well, that completes the conferment award of Doctor of the University honoris causa, and I'm delighted that Dr. Henley will be addressing the congregation later on in this afternoon's proceedings. But now I invite again Professor David Roberts to continue the presentation of award holders to the Chancellor and for him to receive our graduands.
I now invite Professor Diane Kemp to the lectern to present graduates from the Birmingham School of Media.
The Master of Arts in Events and Exhibition Management, Hugh Gwilym Mason. Master of Arts in Future Media, Marissa Selanen. Mei Ju Yao. The Master of Arts in International Journalism, Francesca Gambella. The Master of Arts in Music Industries with Distinction, Osolia Andrea Munchian. Stephen James McCarthy. The Master of Arts in Online Journalism, Mariana Diaz Pereira. Christian Giulietti. The Master of Arts in Public Relations, Oritseg Ogbabimi. The Master of Arts in Television Production with Distinction, Katrin Müller. Thi Min Phuong Ta. The Postgraduate Diploma in Broadcast Journalism, Sophie Alexandra Hughes. Gavin Alexander Kermack. Rishi Sharma. The Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Media and Communication with First Class Honours, Katie Joanna Bird. With First Class Honours, Gemma Catherine Brown. With First Class Honours, Rachel Cryan. With First Class Honours, Abigail Louise Hartley. With First Class Honours, Paul Robert Hunt. With First Class Honours, Toby Patrick Lloyd. With First Class Honours, Charisma Popat. With first class honours, Philip Sebastian Riches. With first class honours, Amy Rose Alice Roberts. With first class honours, Ella Yvonne Dorothy Robson. With first class honours, Sarah Louise Mary Rowe. With first class honours, Samuel Lewis Pearson Savage. With first class honours, Jason Turner. Sam Lewis Atkinson. Glenn Beckley. Chiamaka Adobe Chika Obukwe. Jordan Louise Cooper. Ziwei Ding. Elena Georgieva Doncheva. Renice Brianna Antonique Douglas. Jessica Faye Goodman. Chloe Elizabeth Graham Wild. Jennifer Miriam Halliday. Amy Elizabeth Hessian. Anna Rachel Jackson. Hannah Louise Jackson. Yelena Yelaka. Daniel Richard Jones. Hannah May Jones. Daniel Mark Joyce. Kamaljit Kaur. Jennifer Lee Kavanagh. Beatrice Anastasia Knowles. Richard Andrew Joseph Macy. Bethan Ellen Motherwell. Nikolai Krasirimov Nikolov. Alice Michelle Dewi Odonkor. Charlotte Louise Price. Monica Priscillitite. Zamin Rahman. Dewi Idris Roberts. Oliver Anthony Roberts. James Raymond Terence Rushton. Alexander Jason Sakutu. Georgina Shortland. Abigail Rose Thomas Brown. Sarah Tomaszewska. Rumjana Tsoneva. Samantha Gemma Waldron. Thomas Williams. Kylene Wu. Fong Yang Yeung. Fatima Ismail Adam. Shaheen Al-Arakia. Leonidas Theodore Andronikou. Stevie Stavriros Giorgio. Shirley Hamlet. Alicia Claire Hope. Isha Imani. Simran Kaur. Gurpreet Kaur Panasar. Jack Parker. Payal Bharat Patel. Luke Pollard. Hannah Elizabeth Rundle. Emma Jean Saint. Olivia Elizabeth Ann Webb. The Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Media and Communication, Event and Exhibition Industries, Lauren Michelle Bradley Greer. The Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Media and Communication, Journalism, and with First Class Honours, Emma Jane Boyle. With First Class Honours, Megan Louise Caulfield. With First Class Honours, Enya Marie Quinn Jarvis. Samuel Patrick Briggs. Sarah Jade Dyer. Frederick Charles Foster. Melissa Erasure Henry. Emily Mary Jane Jeffrey. Jennifer Ormsby. Chloe Louise Ramphel. Nathan Kenneth Shepherd. Rebecca Jane Windmill. Natasha J. Dillage. The Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Media and Communication, Media Photography, and with First Class Honours, Cinnamon Stewart. Emma Louise Bate. Romena Rahman Begum. Danielle Simone Gibbs. Kyle Michael Sayers. Lara Jane Waddington. The Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Media and Communication, Music Industries, and with First Class Honours, Catherine Eleanor Rose Hogarth. Verity Chantal Gibson. Jasmine Leah Hussein. Sian Claire Melia. Natasha Rianne Monaghan. Annabelle Grace Monkhouse. William North. Abigail Rebecca Pay. Lucy May Skerritt. Alex James Wise. The Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Media and Communication, Public Relations, and with First Class Honours, Daniel Odette Hudspeth. With First Class Honours, Olamide Oyedeji Tsubodu. Christiana Atnasva. Guramshir Singh Desi. The Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Media and Communication, Radio, and with First Class Honours, Emily Ruth Bettison. With First Class Honours, Jonathan Michael Seaford. With first class honours, Sophie Louise Sparham. Hannah Kate Partle. Rachel Bethany Chu. Megan Amy Dickey. Stefan John Doyle. Katie Louise Newton-Smith. Taylor Ann Fox. Matthew Luke George Nightingale. Jonathan Michael Quinney. The Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Media and Communication Television and with First Class Honours, Aman Alamchandani. With First Class Honours, Shen Wei Gavin Gui. With First Class Honours, Mantas Jankus. With First Class Honours, Algeriras Sakikas. With First Class Honours, Hayley Ann Marie Webster. With First Class Honours, Hollywood Field. With First Class Honours, Sam Keith Wright. Tina Chow. Molly Cope. Emma Devora Fine. Erin Tyler Jones. Daniel Kofi Tuomuse. Magda Petford. Dina Picknell. Stefania Andrea Popescu. Jagrup Singh Shint. Jonathan Robert James Daniels. Helga Pavelkite. Narissa Bethany Sharman. Natasha Rebecca Swan. The Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Media and Communication, Web and New Media, Shamel Milolo Kadibu. And this concludes a presentation of awards from the Birmingham School of Media.
I now invite Dr. Derek Littlewood to the lectern to present award holders from the School of English.
Master of Arts in Writing, Lorraine Blencoe. Michelle Anna Green. Postgraduate Certificate in Writing, Melissa Monica Isma Reynolds Lawrence. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in English, with First Class Honours, Rebecca Louise Corbett. Nicola Rose Barlow. Shanera Begum. Lauren Amy Byrne. Alexandra Catherine Clark. Carmen Adriana Koyan. Amy Louise Dixon. Jonathan Elliott Gruppman. Camilla Joyce Hooper. Daniel Thomas Johnson. Ashley Patrick Jones. Danielle Kent. Laura Rose Pinnock. Matthew George Postin. Romana Rafiq. Sachi Sagar. Victoria Louise Scambler. Nayab Yassin. Taslim Akhtar. Kashro Bao. Thomas Michael Bennett. Shannon Marie Carlton. Lindsay Claire Gallagher. Amy O'Hearn George. Monica Pacholi. Callum Joseph Pengilly. Ryan Stephen Pitt. Zoha Fatima Baba Rafiq. Nafisa Sharif. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in English and Creative Writing, with First Class Honours, Lauren Elisa Bell. With First Class Honours, Hannah Margaret Crowley. Catherine Louise Hackett. Sarah Holmes. Sarah Louise Mary Kearney. Rihema Najimbi Kinyanjul. Lucy Ann Lawton. Nathan Jerry Lloyd. Tarnelia Patrice Ray Ruth Matthews. Charlotte Louise McDermott. Maisie Isabel Moran. Kate Emily Sherratt. Emma Jane Christina Taylor. Shahilia Udin. Kayleigh Watson. Ambreen Akhtar. Sonia Ashraf. Sian Elizabeth Casey. Nicola Catherine Lindley. Sian Amy Civita. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in English and Drama, with First Class Honours, Nicola Alice Earn. With first-class honours, Katerina Charlotte Irene Reger-Schaefer. Melissa Apaya. Joshua Malcolm Beale. Rowan Howell Gosnell Tyler. Scott Lewin. Pritika Sanjay Pau. Simon Stokes. Alice Margaret Dent. Samuel Lloyd Gordon. Kiranpreet Kaur. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in English and Media with first-class honours, Hannah Rebecca Whitfield. Fatima Chowdhury. Natalie Jennifer Farrington. Hayley Louise Ferro. Hannah Elizabeth Giblin. Nikita Carter. Tayana Neil Thompson. Catherine Phoebe Rose Robertson. Sophie Jessica Shaw. Rebecca Mary Till. Aaron Roy Wright. Nikita Kaur Grua. Pratibha Maharajan. Sinead Louisa Wakefield Smith. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in English Language with English Literature, Musamet Shanaz Parveen. Katie Louise Bratt. Nabila Hussain. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in English Literature with first-class honours, Sophie Clark. Sanam Akhtar. Bryony Claire Banks. Rosalind Joy Brown Ginn. Victoria Kim Floyd. Aisha Kauza Hussain. Neela Malik. Sabia Mank. Leanne Laura McLaughlin. Gemma Carroll. Daphne Chung. Georgina Allison Davis. Navneet Dillon. Paige Olivia McAllister. Gurpal Singh Samra. Kira Samra. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in English Literature and English Language Studies, With first-class honours, Ashley Louise Peeler. With first-class honours, Hannah Victoria Smith. Shani Hadasha Abrahams. Zoe Grace Donaldson. Lindsay Jane Hamilton. Holly Jane Henderson. Amy May Higginson. Ansa Kausa Jahangir. Joanne Marie Lacey. Adam Peter Henry Rollison. Rhiannon Louise Vale. Humera Khalil. Craig Stephen Ellis Wilcox. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in English Literature with English Language Studies, Simbingosi Masimanga. This concludes the presentation of award holders from the School of English.
And this completes the presentation of award holders from the Faculty of Performance, Media and English. I now have the great pleasure of inviting our honorary award recipient, Darren Henley, to address the congregation.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm always very glad to make a speech from a fixed lectern like this one, rather than with one of those battery-powered walkabout clip-on microphones. This is because a couple of years back I was giving a presentation at a conference when I suddenly realised that I was competing with a series of strange noises over the public address system. It quickly became clear, both to me and to the audience, that the previous speaker had nipped to the gents following his speech. Despite the frantic button pushing by the technical guys at the back of the hall, the sound of him performing his ablutions drowned out everything that I had to say. So the audience and I sat there listening together, transfixed in horror. I'm glad to say that he did wash his hands at the end, though. And he was completely nonplussed to be greeted by a far more enthusiastic round of applause when he returned to the hall than he'd received for any of the pearls of wisdom that he'd shared from the stage. Hopefully we'll have no such technical problems today. I realise that the speed to which you get to your celebrations this afternoon is inversely proportional to the length of my speech, so you'll be relieved to know that I promise to keep my thoughts on the short side. There are 4 things that I would like to take the opportunity to do. The first is to thank the Chancellor, the Vice-Chancellor, the Executive Dean of the Faculty of Arts, Design and Media, and the whole team here for the warmth of their welcome. As somebody... Thank you. As somebody who's watched the growth and development of this university over recent years, I can't begin to tell you how incredibly honoured I feel to have been given an honorary doctorate today. It means an enormous amount to me to receive such an award from an institution such as this, so thank you. The second thing I want to do is to talk a little bit about Birmingham City University, and particularly Birmingham Conservatoire, the part of the university that I know best. It's built a strong reputation on a national and international stage as a centre of excellence and innovation in learning. And everyone here today, whether staff or students, should be proud of the role that they've played in developing Birmingham Conservatoire's reputation as an important part of Birmingham City University. With the investment being made by Birmingham City University in the creation of a brand new conservatoire building here, I'm absolutely certain that over the coming years we will continue to see this institution's reputation continuing to grow. In fact, come 2017, Birmingham will be home to the UK's only wholly 21st century conservatoire, and that's an exciting prospect for prospective students and also for those who've already graduated from this fine institution. We know from the Vice-Chancellor's speech today just how much focus and effort is placed on ensuring that the graduates of Birmingham City University are as prepared as possible for all aspects of the world of work. And I'd like to touch on this as the third part of my speech. For the mathematical among you, that does mean we are 3/4 of the way through and the celebrations are beckoning. Higher education institutions such as Birmingham City University perform a vital role in giving students the skills that they will need in their working lives. Now, I'm not going to pretend that it's going to be a bed of roses out there for those of you graduating today, and by no means do I underestimate how difficult the job market is at present. However, you do have a huge and exciting opportunity in front of you. I honestly do believe there is no limit to what you can achieve with a well-thought-out plan, an incredibly large amount of hard work, a little patience, and a great deal of focus on your end goal. You will find opportunities everywhere if you look hard enough, so make sure that you seize them wherever you can. Nothing will land on your lap unless you go looking for it, but once you start your search, you'll be amazed at where your career journey will take you. You can become the leader in whatever field you choose, and your degree from Birmingham City University will be the foundation upon which you will build your achievements. That leads me on to my fourth and final point. I want to congratulate each and every one of you who are graduating today on your enormous achievement. Nobody graduates from an institution like this without hard work and application. I'm sure that you'll look back fondly on your years here in Birmingham and on this very special day. And I really do wish you the very best of luck and enormous success in your future career. I hope that you, like me, find yourself working in a job that you love and that you feel makes a difference to the world around you. But before you spend too much time concentrating on the future, I hope that you take the opportunity to enjoy the present. You've achieved an enormous amount, so do make sure that you, your families, and your friends enjoy a fantastic afternoon and probably evening of celebration. I promised that I wouldn't keep you too long from the start of those celebrations, so I will end my words there. Thank you again for my honorary doctorate. I really am tremendously proud to receive it, and thank you for listening.
Darren, thank you so much, and we're privileged to have you part of our university community, and I hope all of our graduates today heed the advice from Darren. Truly successful person, worked hard, and some great words of wisdom there for you to follow. Well, we are now more or less at the end. Probably your hands are glowing and warm after applauding so many graduates. I have to say you've been a fantastic congregation to end with this graduation week, so well done. And I must say, you all looked absolutely fantastic as well as you crossed that stage. Smart, you walked across with confidence, befitting proud and successful graduates that you are. And of course, I'll congratulate those of you who managed to get across it successfully with your extraordinary footwear. And also, many thanks for showing off the wonderful acoustics of this hall with all your yelping, screaming, and whooping. Well done, that was great. Because this is the final congregation of this week of celebration, I just wanted you all to join with me to thank our Chancellor and Lord Mayor, because every ceremony he has stood up and shaken over 4,000 hands this week, so he deserves applause for his stamina. And finally, I would now like to invite Nicola Earn, who has graduated from the BA Honours English and Drama course this afternoon, sharing with you, to come and address you, the whole congregation, on behalf of you, our graduates. Nicola.
Good afternoon. My name is Nicola Earn, and I am a graduate from the BA Honours English and Drama programme. There are a whole host of people I would like to thank on behalf of the Students' Union, graduates and guests here today. I would like to start by thanking our Chancellor again. Thank you for taking time out of your demanding schedule to attend our ceremony this afternoon. We are grateful to you for the interest you have shown in our achievements here today and for helping to make this a truly memorable occasion. I would also like to thank our Honorary Doctorate recipient, Darren Henley, for sharing some of his thoughts and experiences with us. And I would like to congratulate Catherine Foster on the receipt of her Birmingham Conservatoire Honorary Fellowship. I would also like to congratulate Charlotte Bray as one of our Alumni of the Year recipients. Charlotte couldn't be with us today, but you can read about her in your ceremony brochure. I'm sure that they have all given us some food for thought as we take the first steps in our respective careers. Please also join me in giving our talented musicians from Birmingham Conservatoire, directed by Professor Chris Halding, a warm round of applause. We must also recognise the encouragement and support that our family and friends have all given us in our student journey. So now I will ask you all to stand, turn around and join me in giving them a well-deserved round of applause. Your graduation is a celebration of your achievement and marks the beginning of an amazing journey. As you leave Birmingham City University and begin the next phase of your life, I hope that you take away not just academic excellence and real-world skills, but that you have many treasured memories, experiences, and friendships. I send my warmest congratulations to everyone who has graduated this year and wish you all every success in your future careers. I should now like to invite the Vice-Chancellor to close this afternoon's proceedings. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicola. I now declare this congregation closed. Can I ask you all please to stand and allow the platform party to process to off the stage to the music accompaniment. Thank you all very much.